Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit today, more kind of in depth about what I use for my foundation, because I think people get confused. Because, like, literally one of the questions that I get asked constantly is, I see what highlighting and contouring you're using, but what foundation are you starting with? So I'm going to talk about that. And then, okay, I'm just using the eyebrow. I mean, it's whatever. I switch between this and like 3 other pencils, and I'm using the color medium. What?
Things on the box, if there's not gonna be a stud there.
So I like kind of map out what I'm doing. So I do like a line up here, and then I do a line down here, and then I just kind of start some filling in. You don't need that much. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hi, Scott.
Oh, hey.
All right, so what I was talking about earlier is you guys see me use this palette. Like, everyone here has probably seen me use this. This is all I use. So, just to reiterate, these are actually called, this formulation of all these colors are called 3D foundation. So when you mix them together, they blend in. You put the light where the light needs to go, and you put the dark where the dark needs to go. You blend it together because they both have coverage, and then that makes your foundation. So it's unlike anything else that you've ever seen, that you've ever used, that's in stores. It is unique to our brand. So it's really cool. So you don't have to start with a base layer. You start with these. So I'll actually start with my contour today so you guys can see that I can get coverage from this dark color. So it makes it a little bit easier when you see that, because usually, like a lot of times, I'll start with my highlight first, but you don't have to. You can start with the dark first and then just go back in and highlight. So I'll do that right now. Okay, so I'm using this brush. This is the Detail Hack. So you can see the shape of this brush. It's very dense, which works well with the cream. So our brushes are made to work with the product that it's intended to work with. So I'm just gonna take it right here, and then I'm gonna pick up, I'm actually using a color called Henna that will be available in a couple weeks. So oh my gosh. Henna.
Hummus?
Okay, so as you can see, this part, which is the dark part, it has coverage. So the nice thing about cream is it's really forgiving. So once you get it on, you can move it around. You can pick it up with a sponge if you have a little bit too much on. That is probably the #1 mistake that I see people make with using a cream, is they put too much on. So when you use a perfector sponge like this, it's damp, so it will help press the product in and then also pick up excess product. So you don't want to have too much on. You barely need any. So I definitely have too much on right now, but I'm just kind of showing you the coverage capabilities, where it goes, and then as I get my other color on, I'm going to blend it out, and it's going to look a lot more natural than it does right now. And then before I move on, if you guys are interested in me personally matching you for what I'm using, I have matched like over 5,000 people for this product. You can actually submit a photo to me, and then in the form you can ask me questions if you have, you know, specific skin type or whatever you want. So I'll put a swipe up link right here to my color match form, and yeah, I can get you matched. You get an email with exactly what you need, and that's it. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my highlight. So this is the second part of my foundation. This is the highlight. So I did the darkening. Now I'm going to do the brightening. So I'm going to go in with just one color. Sometimes I use 2, but today, just so you aren't as confused, I'm only going to use 1. So I'm just going to put this in areas that I want that extra brightness, like I was telling you guys about. So it's just right here under my eyes, kind of in this like little pie piece shape, okay? Right here in between my brow, which is more of like this T. So see how it's already lightening me up so much. So over here on this side, and this is called the Buffy brush. This brush is awesome. It's, again, it's dense. It's made to work with this product. So I'm just kind of pie piecing this shape out, going underneath my eyes there, and then you can just kind of like tap over top of it wherever you want to blend it in. And then I just have this area down here. Move it over here. And then onto this side. So easy. And then I'm just gonna blend it all together. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going in with this, which is the Perfector sponge. This is like super squishy and it's super soft. It's a little bit damp. You wanna make sure that you get all the excess water out of it. But this is like the magic step. Like make sure you're doing this, especially for beginners, because it will help you to be able to have that flawless finish without having the skills of like blending it in with a brush. So you just kind of want to, get it on, and then you can just start pressing this over those lines and the areas where the dark and the light meet, and then it blends together and it makes this seamless one layer foundation. So this is my foundation, and I have a variant of dark and light blended together. It's amazing. So the one thing that you'll notice too, this is so informative, is that I have not put this down once. So that's where the time savings comes in, because you don't have to search around your bag for like tons of different products. You have them all at your fingertips. And really the brushes, since they're double-ended, they're intentionally made to say, this is my first step, this is my second step. So it's just really well thought out. All right, so a little pro tip. If you want some additional brightening, so you saw I use this color all over, you can then take a lighter color. So I have this color Sunlit, so you can see these two, you can see the difference, right? This one's got a lot more yellow in it, it's brighter. So I'm just gonna take the other end of this brush, and I'm literally just going to swipe it on these spots that I want some extra brightening. That's it. So I put it on with this side, so then I actually flip and I blend it in with the side that had my darker highlight on, because then it doesn't like overpower with the light. It just kind of like blends it in better, if you get my gist. So I just kind of start doing these little pressings to get it nice and blended. And then I have some extra brightening.
I need pat.
Okay, so now I'm doing bronzer. So as you can see, you want to really focus the bronzer where the sun is going to be hitting your face. So like naturally I'm going down like this. So I have it right here on my forehead, right here on the high points of my cheeks. And then I just kind of blend everything in with it down here, so it doesn't look too separated, if that makes sense. I love this step. I feel like it just adds so much warmth. It's so pretty. So then I'm just adding a little bit of blush. So I'm using this color right here, which is called Frenchie. And it's this really nice kind of like orangey, pinky, kind of just really fresh, easy blush. And then these steps all together, if I'm not explaining them and breaking them down for you, this should literally only take me 5 minutes, if that. I mean, I've done it in 3. So it's really, really quick once you kind of get the hang of everything.
I'll be from the opposite side. My cheeks spread up.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
And then he can say, "Why's your whole
We'll
so
go
black?"
in like 5
Ew,
minutes.
wow.
We're saying what?
Yeah, I don't know how if it is or it isn't, but why's your whole.
So the other thing I did is I just quickly took the side that I put my blush on, I did it on my lips, and then I just popped it here on my lid. So easy, and it looks put together, and it literally took me like 2 seconds. Okay, absolutely. So I finished my Stay Spray. So I already sprayed a bunch on, but you can just do...
Here, let me do it. I'm good at spraying it.
Gosh.
There you go.
Scott, you're overdoing it! Stop! It's in my mouth. Stop! Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm just picking up all that extra spray. Honestly though, I feel like you can't...
actually looks really good.
I feel like you can't have too much spray.
That's the secret.
It's a secret? Just to be dripping. Okay, so just drip.